Destiny 2, episode Heresy. It's all out. Story has come to its conclusion, and I loved it. The episode Heresy story is fantastic. I do have a out of 10 ratings for this review. The overall season rating is a 7 out of 10. The story rating is 8 out of 10. The story is fantastic. I love the story. Even the ending hits home great as a story beat, even though it's a little wonky in game. And it sets up future Hive lore, and it's how Oryx sees what the Hive have become, and it's so good. Like every time the Hive of the story beat, Bungie cooks, and they cook good. And I really enjoyed the story. The only reason this story gets knocked down is because some of it's not voice acted. And it really does hurt it. Like, the story is so great, though, that it's still an 8 out of 10, even though Salone and Zivu Arath are not voiced for the majority of the story. And it's really jarring between being able to listen, having to read and listen back and forth. That does hurt it, but the story is good enough that I think it's worth playing, even through the difficulties and having to read and that sort of stuff, because it is a actually like really good story. Now the activities, hit and miss. I really love Court of Blades. Nether, on the other hand, is only kind of a 5 out of 10 for me. I do really like how it allows us to re-explore the Dreadnought and how it's connected via taken portals and physically the Dreadnought, both. I like that a lot. It does, though. The things that pull away from the Nether for me, most runs, even on normal, are 35 plus minutes. Expert mode takes quite a bit longer. It's a slower pace. Watch your health. Like, I like the roguelike elements. I like the health not regenerating. It's just how long it takes to get through it that really pulls back that experience for me. Like, it just takes too much time compared to the rewards given. Especially since you really only get one adept gun per boss, if you're lucky, and that's just really hard to do on expert. Where Court of Blades, on the other hand, in my opinion, is much better of the two activities, being a boss rush game mode, which is really fun, and it's on a 10-minute combat timer that keeps the activity quick, and on expert mode, they drop adepts quite often. So you can get an adept or even an adept double drop while only killing 8 out of the 13 bosses max. And personally, I prefer the SM fusion rifle and glaive as weapons compared to the nether weapons, where really I only want Psycho Chomp. I just want Psycho Chomp from the. So I gave Court of Blades a 9 out of 10 as an activity. I do really. It's been very. I thoroughly enjoy Court of. I need to get that God roll list. Still farming. Still farming. Now, we're going to cover PvP as well. PvP as a whole, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's okay. And again, it's kind of like with the Nether. Like, general PvP, it's a 3 out of 10 for me. Like, the meta has changed, but I don't think the change of hand cannons to pulse rifles to SMG sidearms matter much, especially for player retention. Like, I got all the loot I wanted from Iron Banner, and I don't play. And, like, yes, Redrix's Claymore, or Redrix, is it Claymore? No, we already had the Claymore. But the new pulse rifle, really good. It's good for both PvP and PvE, but I play my 3 matches of comp once every other week. That's it to try to get a roll. I can't even convince my friends to play it. I think that's the crux of the. Like, it's really hard to play Destiny 2 PvP by myself, and I don't want to fire team find. I don't want to play with random. Like, if my friends would rather play Call of Duty. My friends would rather play Marvel Rivals or Overwatch. It, like they won't even log in to do one game of Destiny PvP, and I don't know what to do. Where Trials of Osiris, the complete opposite. The Trials of Osiris rework is fantastic. I think they perfected the timer for the point, and the rewards. The new reward structure is fantastic. Literally, the first 3 weekends of trials of this new trials, first 3 weekends, I was in every weekend, and I got to the White House more times those 3 weekends than I have in the last 10 years. And sure, that might be a skill issue on my part, but like I'm finally in there to actually boot. I'm finally in there to play, and even without my friends playing, I was able to solo queue, actually do decently well. I was able to solo queue and get the loot I wanted. But it was a very enjoyable experience, even as a solo player. But what really detracts from it, again, I can't convince my friends to play. With the Rights of the Nine coming out, I don't think I'm gonna have the time to play Trials. All my friends are gonna be trying to get adept loot from the limited runs, and that adept loot's gonna be better off pushing me forward than what I'm gonna get from Trials. So my time going forward is gonna be pulled away from Trials. But I do think the rework and the end game, it's totally worth it. Going flawless, or not, it's not even flawless anymore, but going to the Lighthouse once per weekend is totally worth doing, and you'll get good rewards. That's really what Trials needed to be, and it really is now. So it's really about whether or not the loot and the other prestige items in Trials are worth the time and effort comparatively to the other things when people can play on the week. Other notable additions to episode Heresy are the Barrow Dyad exotic. Well, it's not my favorite exotic. I think I just need to make a better build for it, personally. It does have a wonderful quest that's very lore heavy with a super cool boss that happens to be both taken and not, existing in a weird state at the same time. Not like Salone either. It's like has two bodies, one taken and one not. It's kind of crazy. And it's just it's a nice chunk of lore. It's a good playthrough, good mission. Good mission to play. On top of that, we also got a new dungeon. New dungeon, fantastic. You explore new sections of Rolk's pyramid ship with fun mechanics that make it feel like an Indiana Jones adventure, where you're moving sundials and pointing lights in certain directions and running away from giant falling boulders. And it's also packed full of grim hive lore. Just has this wonderful atmosphere and vibe. It also has 10 out of 10 legendary weapons. That brings us to the end of this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe for more reviews of random games, Destiny 2 stuff, possibly Marathon, and other stuff as we continue to grow. Have a wonderful day, and again, thank you for watching my. Bye.